Samuel Leeds here, and my leg's getting a little better every day. Thank you for all the concerns. In fact, I'm with some friends right here, but there's 4 things that I learned from busting my leg in that I just feel like I have to share. So, number 1, and I think this is so important, I'd love to get your guys' feedback as well, is when you have a problem, whether that's a problem in property, in business, or with a broken leg, to share the burden. You know what I mean? So for me, sharing the burden looked like I actually posted on, when the doctor said to me, "You'll never walk properly again," which is what he said, instead of just thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'll never walk properly again," and I actually posted it on my Facebook. I shared the burden with like 5,000 other Facebook friends and said, "The doctor's just told me I'll never walk properly again, but I'm believing for a miracle." And I had over 150 stories posted under the thing saying, "I was told the same thing, mate. You'll be fine." You know, people saying, some of them were miracle stories. Like even you, Scott. You know, you were told that what, you'd never what?
Yeah, literally I've had loads of injuries. So I've busted my ankle, my shoulder, my fingers. Every single time the doctor's always putting a negative impact in you. And obviously you have 2 choices. You can either believe what they say and accept that and just accept defeat and never get back to full recovery, or you can do the opposite of which I said. And then obviously go against what you've been told. You know, listen to your body. This is why I said to you, don't take painkillers, because your body's important. You feel that.
And you are, by the way, qualified because your job is what?
I'm a stunt guy.
You're a stunt man who's been in movies like
Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Harry Potter, Pirates of the Caribbean, meeting famous people. So, you know, so I really believe that, share the burden. And I think that in property, let's say you've got a problem. Let's say your problem is you haven't got a power team in an area, or you haven't got money, or you haven't got this. Instead of just thinking, "Oh, I haven't got it, so I'll just suffer in silence." Share it. Like say, "Hey guys, I've got this problem," and share it and share the burden. I think it's super important.
It's an interesting point actually there, because I think a lot of people do the exact opposite. Even with their close friends. Like if they have a problem, they'll just go quiet.
We call them the silent sufferers, and silent sufferers will always lose. You know.
I can't tell you how many times I've solved my own problem by talking to someone else about it.
Yeah, because you shared the burden. They were your sounding board. Yeah, they were your sounding board.
Yeah.
Number 2, because there's 4 lessons. Number 2 is, and I know this is cliche and we hear it all the time, but I think it's really important, is to be really positive, to keep positive. Like, if I chose to believe the doctor saying I'll never walk properly again, then that would become my reality. You know, when I'm lying in the hospital bed in Uganda, you know, stuck, 25% blood loss, told that I might have a head injury, but scans aren't working, so we'll pray to Allah for the best. I've got a choice. I can either be like, "Oh my goodness, I'm dying," or I can say, "I'm going to get back. I'm going to," you know, and your mental attitude affects your physical, it just has a massive impact, you know, to keep positive. Like you've had to do that time and time again.
Absolutely.
You know, number 3 is to seek counsel. And what I mean by that is to find the best people in a particular field, experts, and meet them and ask them questions. For me, that was a case of finding expert surgeons and asking them questions, and okay, they weren't that helpful. But when I was in Uganda, I was...
take back that point.
No, I don't take it back. I don't take it back. When I was in Uganda, I was messaging English doctors and stuff with the limited Wi-Fi I had, and they were like, "Get back to the UK." When I got back to the UK, it cost me like £10,000 for my ticket. They said that if I hadn't have got back then, they reckon I'd have had 3 days and I'd have been dead. So because I seeked counsel, you know, and again, this applies to everything. Health, life, business, you know. I'm a mentor, I'm a property mentor, and people come and seek my counsel, and they're smart for doing that. Find people that have got the answers. If you want to get on in life, find people that have done it, find people that know the answers, and then be a sponge and get the answers. I think it's so important. That's what we do, we pick each other's brain all afternoon. The last one is just make it happen. You know, you're responsible for your own life, you're responsible for your own destiny. No doctor, the doctor can say, "We'll give you physio," but unless you make it happen and work hard and apply and implement, you know, you just got to make it happen. What do you guys reckon?
And go big.
Yeah.
And go big. You know, you weren't sat in that hospital bed and just sat there and accepted your fate. You went big. You went and did what you had to do.
Yeah.
You know, you made it happen, but you did more than what a normal person might do.
I'll tell you what happened. When I got to the hospital, because in Uganda, third world hospitals, they don't look after you, they just treat you, you know. Right. So they don't feed you. They just expect, well, you should have family and people. So there's no food. It's very different from English hospitals. And they, it's a bit embarrassing, but I'll tell you anyway, I wet myself and I was in my own urine in bed for hours calling, nurse, nurse, you know, no one's around. After a series of events like that and feeling really kind of neglected, the hospital, the lady that treated my leg, amazing, but the nurses, what I did, and this wouldn't work in England, but I said, I called in a couple of the nurses and the doctor, and I said,
can you tell the wet yourself story? Because it's very funny.
The wet myself story?
Yeah.
Scott did that the weekend. But that was just being...
I wet myself, that's it.
No, there's more to it.
Well, alright, I needed the toilet. I'd been waiting for hours calling the nurse. The nurse came in, I said, I need the toilet, can I have a bottle or something? And she said, we'll give you, you know that thing where the clip in it, you know?
Catheter.
Yeah. And I was like, do you wee into it? She was like, no, we put it in. And I'm like, I said, can I have a bottle? Just my bottle, I'll wee into that spot. So she went, she came back ages later with a condom. Like a toilet condom. And she was like, this, you can wee into this. So I'm like, serious? So I kind of try, and I'm in big pain and my knees bust and I'm in a bad way. So I wee into the condom and it doesn't work. And it goes everywhere. So anyway, what I did...
I'm so glad you asked that.
What I did...
The 4 things I've remembered.
Yeah. Of all the 4 points. What I said, and this wouldn't work in England, but I said, I called some people in. I said, do you know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is? They said, yeah, he's a Hollywood movie star. I said, yeah, my friend. And I showed a picture on my phone of me and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Do you know who Sylvester Stallone is? Yeah, and I went through these pictures of me and celebrities that they knew, and said, you need to look after me. Because I've got people coming from England that will be here in a week or so. You know, and now in England, if I did that, look, me and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they'd be like, yes, you know, whatever you douche. But in Africa, there are respect of persons and there's this hierarchy thing. So when I did that, they then put a nurse in my bedroom 24/7. And I told her I'd buy her a smartphone if she looked after me well, and she did. And then I was much better off.
Luckily you don't have to see her again, I'll give her the smartphone, right?
Nah, I gave her the smartphone, I'm still in touch with her.
Oh, fantastic.
But it's just interesting, you know, the whole story of how that happened. But they did look after me. I got back to the UK, but I think that's it. I think just, you know, be positive, share the burden. I couldn't share the burden when it first happened because Russell and that were all gone. I didn't want to tell people how bad I was and then mess up their week and then have to come back. So
did you not know this?
I was a silent sufferer for a week.
Well, obviously I was on the boat with him at the time, so I knew he was...
He saw my kneecap come open and bones everywhere.
But he played because we wanted to carry on and do what we wanted to do.
I was a silent sufferer for a week.
He played it down. I was a bit annoyed when I found out on the last day how bad he actually was.
Yeah, I played it down. But, so yeah. So thanks guys for all you do, your love and everything. And I reckon I'm going to get a full recovery.
Definitely.
But even if not, you know, do whatever it takes. I'm going to be doing my events with this on. Some people said, are you cancelling your crash courses until you get better? I'm like, no, because I do whatever it takes. And I'm so passionate about my mission, which is like we were talking about in our last interview. I'm financially free, right? The thing is, if I'm not in a good financial situation, I would have not been able to afford the £10,000 ticket flight home. The operation cost me £3,000. Like the whole thing probably cost me about £16,000 up until now. That doesn't include all the profit, but just to get back safely to England after the accident. Now, for me, that's no big deal, but for some people, they'd have died. They wouldn't have been able to do it. And I don't want anybody to be in this situation whereby they can't afford to just live. You know? So there's financial freedom, which is living life on your terms, but then there's also just enough money to just be able to have insurance. So if there's a problem, you can get through it. So I'm going to be at the crash courses. I'm going to use my crutches for emphasis, as I said earlier. You know, instead of saying money depreciates in value, I'll be able to say money depreciates in value. I think that's good power. So, and if anybody, you know, messes around or heckles me, you know, I can... Nah, so everything's going to continue as normal, and I'll be walking again. And yeah, appreciate the love. It's good to be back in the office. First time back in the office since the accident. Excellent. God bless you guys. Peace out. I'll see you at the next event probably.
Thank you so much for watching. If you benefited from that video, please do share it with your family and friends. For more videos like it, you can watch right here. And if you'd like to spend 2 days with me at the Property Investors Crash Course, watch this video, see what happens. But whatever you do, don't forget to subscribe right here, and I'll see you next time.